Hello techies, I'm Divya here. On behalf of CyberBrainer, don't you think the world of tech is evolving faster than ever? Now is the perfect time to dive in and build the skills that will take you places. With CyberBrainer, we are putting you in the driver's seat of your own future. We at CyberBrainer don't just teach your interest. We believe that knowledge is power, but it's applied knowledge that truly sets you apart. Whether you're diving into data science, mastering artificial intelligence, or exploring the world of cybersecurity, our courses are designed to give you the skills that matter. So let's jump into the session and make the future yours today. Thank you.
It's like a basic thing. No need to worry about this. All these are very basic things: company account, currency, bank, no need to worry. And all the details are mentioned in the period also for every single of them. You can go through that particular field information also. What does it mean? No group customer payment into a deposit. Suppose customer has made 10 payments. What you want this bank to do is, in the bank account group, customer payment into a deposit. Mark that payment as a deposit. 10 payments of 1000 each, 10,000 as deposit. Then group student electronic payment into a deposit. If student payments are also there, it's for like these student academic clients. Grant kind of institutions module. Submit, reconcile statements automatically. If the statements have been reconciled, submit them automatically for further processing. Default bank statement beginning balance. We can default a bank statement beginning balance also, that whenever the bank statement comes, it will have a beginning balance. The beginning balance was this and the balance was this. Beginning balance. Enable positive pay. Positive pay is when you submit, when you draw a check for third party or someone else of the bank does a formality check. Couple of checks that do you have the balance? Does the person name mentioned the check is correct? Do they have an account in that particular bank where you deposit the check or where they deposit in the check? Any other errors and formats? That's called a positive paycheck. Last number used, we can say 1, and after that it will start with need to and all these things. Check print layout. We'll just use anything. Let's use scenario. Again, this print layout will be designed by the integration team, not by us. For settling the payment. Now lockbox. If you tell me what lockbox is nothing in America. We have certain in India also, but in the US they're called lockbox. What does lockbox means? It simply means that if someone is depositing the payment through check or D or something like this, they can, deposit check at certain place. Like in ATMs, we have places where it says deposit check, check clearance and all the same thing in US. It's called lockbox. No need to worry about that. If you want to add a particular box details, you can add it just like what is the lockbox address and all those things. Typically, it's not required these days because everyone deposit the payment online only for what uses the lockbox functionality. Now settlement setup. If you have any associated bank account with this bank account, you can add it here also. Accounts by company. Let's type link it here. Let's see if we have any account. Payment type. We can see all of them. Payment category. Let's see if all of them. What's the error in this one? and all things good. Banking on disk created. Now let me cancel here. Now I'll say create bank routing rules. Companies B. What does happen here? Oh, it will be added because we only supplied chapter. We did use one for our company. Let's add it bank routing rule. And let's say link it. We defaulted one bank account here. Now with payment type, we'll just say like check, cash, and direct debit. Payment category, let's say for expense payment, customer refund, and adult payment. And procurement card payment and supplier payment. Pay group will say anything which is greater than 500. This account would be used. Customer category not necessary here. This category is bank currency. You will see. We require Blinkit. Wait, which one? Central bank, this one. This would be used. Is it not? The bank routing rules are done. Now, if you type bank statement now, let me show that part also. We have different reports now, Great Bank, Reconciliation Banks, and Legal Sheet Report Foundation, that and all those things. Why it's not coming up with the access issue? Let's see who has the access. And record bank statement. It should have the access. We'll use Blinkit. I just need to rename this to Blinkit Central account. Just leave it. This is a manual way of recording your bank statements. We do have two options here. Under that quick entry bank statement, it's nothing useless. It will just ask you to record a beginning balance and ending balance. That's all manual entry bank statement. I'll just show you. You can capture different connections there also manually. Suppose, for some reasons the bank statement could not be loaded. You can create your own bank statement manually. I'll show you how. Let's say beginning date. We'll just say first. Statement end date, let's say 28. Beginning balance was, let's say 24,000. And ending balance has to be 25,000. Somehow, I'm not sure why it happens, but they need to be the same. And then you just keep some. It's used. As I said, not sure what it does, but never seen such thing. Now we'll use the same task again. Record bank statement. We'll say record bank statement. Bring it. Now we use this time. Manual entry bank statement. And it has to be like your next month only. It won't allow you to use the previous month. By default, it's picking up the state here. We'll just say 31st of March. Beginning balance. I'll show you that. Suppose I just say 15,000 here. In order to prove like what happens if it's being balanced 25,000, ending balance is 15,000. Now we have a difference of 10,000. The system won't allow us until this ending balance also matches. I'm not sure why this happens. I would like to ask Workday. Suppose beginning balance was 25,000. We did transition. We paid a lot of amount, but the ending balance now is 15,000. What should we do? It has to be like a lot of our system, but somehow it doesn't allow. Never mind, we'll come to this, additional balances and subjectivity, and we'll put the type codes here. They're like additional balances there. We need to capture that. Let's say deposit credits. Let's say we got total other check deposits of 5,000. Account transition. Account transition just like you view your bank statement. There's a date. There's a value date. You can put that date also. Let's say 2nd of March. Type code. Miscellaneous debits, deposit credits. Let's say we got deposit, individual loan deposit. We'll say 5,000 here. Reference number, the transition reference number. It's always there. We'll put some number here. Addenda, if anything mentioned, if anything was there with this payment that you've received. Normally, when we make ATM payments or payments from our accounts, we put some notes there that this is for loan payment. This is like for your cycle payment or XYZ payment. Addenda means a note, a description, let's say for XYZ customer. Now you see this calculate ending balance is 30,000 here. Difference has become 15,000 here. How it became? 25,000 was there, then 5,000 we added here, it became 30,000. Now what we have to do is until we don't match it by 15,000, it won't do. Otherwise we do it with 15,000 here. And then difference again became 5,000 because we have 5,000 fund matching here. We'll just say, let's say 2,000 here. Now let's see. Difference has to go there. The system will not allow us. Now there's a difference of 2000 here. If I just say 2000 here, see, nothing happens here. The difference is 2000 here. Now I need to mention 1000 here. And you will see come to differences and thousand. Ending balance has become 16,000. Simply change this to 16,000 and it's done. You submit for reconciliation. It will go for a business process. It's unreconciled now. Reconciliation is in progress. If we just go to this bank reconciliation report, you can look for report details. Added, cancelled, find manage exceptions, manual reconciliation, run auto reconciliation. You can do manual reconciliation also. It's asking you from bank's hidden line, from which amount to which amount, from which date to which date, any reference number, you have transaction reference. Remember, we just gave a transaction reference number. Those things. You need to note it down and then you will date. It was a debit or credit line. That's how you do bank statement reconciliation. And if you want to see where this is in progress as per the BP, if you want to transition details, this is unreconciled, now initiated by this, but it has not gone to the second person. We have a P called bank statement. Let me show you that. Because we got overbalance of 1,000. Otherwise, it would have reconciled. We have bank statement event. We have bank statement for GMS, bank statement line, review bank statement line. All this process we have for default definition. Let's see if we have any approval process or not. We do not have any approval process. I should have been completed. But because of that 10,000 balance, it could unreconciled for practice. You can try all these things. Now let's look for some supplier invoices which are not paid. For Blinkit, the supplier was Fox Industries, I believe. Now let's use the settlement functionality. Invoices and payments, anything which is unpaid deal, because we need some invoices which are not paid, which has some balance too. You need to pay these invoices. Perfect. We do have this invoices, for example. We have BP for settlement also. Let's see that BP. Settlement round. We can see settlement and default definition here. We just have one step. Let's go ahead. The task name is pretty easy. Paid settlement run. Company is B. We are using the currency USD now that we want to settle all the payments which have a currency of USD, or suppose you have done transactions in all other currencies also. Select all currencies. If you're sure that you know the currency very well, just use the currency here. Otherwise, select all currencies option here. Give it a name. Let's say BGC supplier payments. Supplier payments. Normally, we keep the naming like this. We can find them later on. That for FAP. How many settlement runs were run in the past or currently running now or in draft? You can find out like how many settlements are there. and then we can pick those one. We're using 31st January. Auto select filters. We'll go to system filters here. Just like filtering out which time machine you want to process. All available expense reports. All available customer noises. All available customer payment refunds. We'll see the examples of supplier invoices. You can play around with all these features for your practice. We should have some invoices here. Settlement is quite easy. You just go to this task. Just pick a particular transaction type at the supplier expense, payment, customer, different customer invoices. And you can see like we got 9 counts and 9 different invoices. If you click on this drop down here, it's telling the amount which will be processed once you start initiating. These are the different payment amounts and invoice details. Pay type and all these things. This is a different amount clubbing to 31,183. And if you want to look at the details here or bank account view, which bank account has been selected, you can come to this. You can see bank account has been used because that was a default bank account for processing the payments. Account currency is USD. If any multi-currency were there, you can look at the multi-currency view also. We go to here. Now there's only one currency, which is USD. Otherwise, you would have seen multiple currencies like Euro, INR and all those things. Pretty much good. If you want to add more items, like the custody funds and all those things, you can do that too. If you want to look at the items, these are the items that we are processing in this settlement run. You can leave individual transactions, also like this one, the supplier invoice, payment terms, due date and all those things. Back to summary. And will it process? Yes, it will take time. Thank you. This is done. Because the settlement run number is this. This is approved. Date is this. Excellent. Negative payments. Express settlement. It's in progress if you want to see the process history. Because of some integration thing. Integration says the work data is here. Also, because some integration has not been defined here. Because of that, it's in progress. But as in production real-time tenants, we do have integration properly set up. No need to worry about that because it's practice and people do practice and somebody may have not created the integration for this. Processing payments. But if you see, we have print check process here which is in progress. If you see here business process confirmation view, explain business process, routing test tool, process record. We'll go back to this payment group here. We'll click on related action here. And we have an option printing the check for this payment. We'll go to print check. And we'll say print check here. This is printed now. We'll just hit refresh one more time. And if you look at this is all again. This would be like more colorful, more detailed check and proper check. Not like this. This would be sent to the treasury team overnight. They will pick the suppliers and they will process because they have the login access of banks. By seeing this check and details, they will process the payment from there. And suppose we are printing check here. It doesn't mean the print has been check printed. What will happen now? The AP team will send this check to the treasury team and the treasury team will overnight process the payments to respective suppliers. And as for the invoices, now let me show the last part. The first notice move that we were discussing. Create first. Notice item move. Not this one, but notice item move. Ruler name will say blanket. Items. To figure out. Sanity. 6. Bank reconsideration reason would be. Let's create one bank fee. Now what is create ad hoc bank transaction? Simply means because we are not aware about the transaction that may have happened because of taxes, charges, penalties. Automatically create a transaction for this in the system. Create ad hoc bank transaction. Condition rule. We can create our own condition rule also. We are like interest, earn or fees. Let me show you this how it looks like. The rule usage is if statement line type code is miscellaneous fees. If you see miscellaneous fees, then create an ad hoc bank transaction just like this in real world. You will have at least 70 to 80 different condition rules. Because they can be penalties, miscellaneous payments, interest received for no reason, debit card payments on line maintenance charges. All this treasury team will give the input to the implementation team and they will create all these condition rules. You don't have to worry about this. And we'll hit here. If you see the related action, you can add this. You can create a condition rule for your first notice. You can test it. You can deployment. All this integration stuff. You don't have to worry about it. The first thing is like you need to tell the system that if you see something miscellaneous like a bank fee, then create ad hoc bank transaction for this. If you want to see the task, it's like crazy. Ad hoc bank transaction. We'll say test. Company BGC. And we'll say link it. Central account. It would be USD should come. Transaction amount that was there as an ad hoc transaction. We'll say 500 was there. Purpose was, let's say a bank fee. Reference number. Again, that will be mentioned in your bank statement. General source would be ad hoc bank transaction, only always. Was it a deposit or a withdrawal? We'll say withdrawal because the bank charged that 500 to us. That's the accounting option. Don't worry about this. Revenue spend category. Then you have to mention like it comes into which spend category. It will be in the spend category because that has been charged to us. We'll say bank. Let me just put bank fee. Something like this. Something is there. Is that? Let's say this one. Ledger account would be reading this expense account, but in real time. You would have the ledger account tagged to this one. Amount is 500 we are seeing here. Not 5 to 1. If the text applicability applies to that transaction. If nothing, just hit submit here. This is done. This is, guys, you do practice. Ad hoc bank transaction statements and all those things. And just take it from here. Please do like, share and subscribe to our channel.